You know, it's stewardship time that almost every year I preach some version of the same thing. I ask you to turn to the left of you and turn to the right of you and the front of you and the back of you and look at the people around you. I mean it. Like, have a look at each other. And I remind you that when you give to this congregation, you are giving to that person, to those people, to those precious ones around you. You are giving to each other. You are giving to the ones who came before us, and you are giving to these children who will carry the flame long after us. And that whole thing is true. I wouldn't say it every single year if it were not true. And yet this year I thought I would say just a little bit about my own calling too. You see, I serve every single one of you. When you are suffering and when you are sure of yourself, when you are leading and when you are afraid, I serve you as individual persons, as families, and I care for you as persons, as families. But I also serve something larger than any one of us individually. And my primary calling is not to any one of you, but to all of you. It is to the institution that connects us and that holds us. I serve a congregation that is greater than the sum of its parts. And my family gives to this congregation at a visionary level that asks a lot of us, because we believe in all of you, and we believe in this institution. And we believe that institutions like this matter in the world. They make a difference. They hold an essential place in the larger cultural landscape. And without us, without institutions like this, without voices raised together in this way, our democracy would be weaker. Historian Timothy Snyder writes, of all things, about the history of tyranny. Particularly in Europe in the 20th century, he writes about the deterioration of democracies. And one thing he recently wrote sticks with me now. He said that in order for tyranny to rise and democracy to weaken, the institutions within that democracy have to weaken too. And so he said, if you want your country to be strong, pick the institutions that you care about. Pick a choir. Pick a library. Pick an NGO, a newspaper, pick your congregation, pick the institutions that you care about and invest in them, because the institutions that you care about will not keep themselves strong all alone. The institutions that you care about protect your democracy, and the institutions you care about will not protect themselves. The institutions that are most useful at sustaining our souls, at saving the world, at shaping our democracy, they don't do it all alone. We make this place what it is, and we put these connections we have to good use. Holy cow, next Sunday, we now have a fully registered crew of over 125 people prepared to stand in this place and pack 20,000 meals that will be sent all over the world to food insecure countries. And we are doing it because it's important, because there are hungry people, because it matters. But you know what? We are also doing it because we can. Because together in community, we can do audacious things. We can do bold things that the rest of the world might scoff at. Together, we can be useful and purposeful beyond what any of us could do alone, because this institution, this organization that I serve and that I give to, is a place where the love we know bursts out of our hands and out into the world, because it matters. And this stewardship season, as we contemplate the love that pours out of us and into this place in the world, I just want to tell you that it matters. So in just a moment, Sherry is going to clear up logistics so that you know quite literally where you are supposed to go to next. But for now, I think we need a blessing. And so as you go on into this day, with all that this day will bring, go remembering who you already are. You are the beloved children of everything that is sacred. And the joy and the justice, the goodness and mercy, the power and the possibility of the Spirit are at loose in you and through you in the world. So go then, to know each other, to make a difference together. Go then to serve, to connect and to grow, and go not yearning to be someone else, go yearning to be who you already are. And in that work, may you be most abundantly blessed. Amen.